Hi, and welcome. My name is Alexa Jeffress, and I'm the Senior Director of Professional Programs at UVA's School of Continuing and Professional Studies. I'm very excited to be here today to share with you some information about our new Certified Public Manager Certificate program that's launching in fall of 2026. For those that may not be familiar with the School of Continuing and Professional Studies at the University of Virginia, our goal is to provide transformative educational experiences for lifelong learners who seek to complete degrees, certificates, or professional programs to advance their careers, enrich their lives, and impact their communities. In this session today, I will share a little bit about the Certified Public Manager program's purpose and audience, some of the key features that distinguish this program, as well as the structure and schedule for the program, alignment with the National Certified Public Manager Consortium, the cost and time commitment, and any next steps that you may want to take. I'd like to start off by sharing a quote from Christina Bruner, who is one of the instructors in the Certified Public Manager program. She shares, the Certified Public Manager program provides public managers with the skills, contextual awareness, and ethical foundation to lead effectively in a rapidly changing world filled with complexity and uncertainty. Graduates will strengthen their own abilities and those of the organizations they serve. This program was designed for managers of people, programs, and/or projects who are working or living in the Commonwealth of Virginia. It is primarily built for individuals who are working for local, state, or federal government agencies, those working in the nonprofit space, or for a government adjacent organization. Throughout the program, participants will learn to develop values-driven leadership grounded in personal mission and the historical role of public service. They'll learn to lead multi-generational stakeholders and manage conflict through constructive engagement. They'll learn to apply power ethically while addressing some of the digital era risks, including those related to the use of artificial intelligence in the public sector. They'll also learn to analyze, communicate, and use data effectively to really support evidence-based public policy and budgeting decisions. And this is just an overview of the many topics that we'll cover throughout this program. The Certified Public Manager program has both in-person and online learning components. So during the in-person learning, you'll get to know the cohort, learn alongside peers, really start to develop those relationships and bonds across the cohort. And then at the end of the program, you'll have the opportunity to present your capstone project in person at UVA. Between the first module that's held in person and the last module that's held in person, we'll have online learning together on Zoom. This allows a time to interact with peers and the course instructors to be able to learn from each other and engage with each other, all from the comfort of your office or your home, wherever you may be tuning in from. You'll apply your learning at the end of the program through a hands-on real-world capstone project that you'll complete in a group with your peers. These capstone projects were designed in collaboration with our advisory board, and they represent real challenges that the public sector is facing in the Commonwealth today. So it's a chance to take everything that you're learning throughout the program and apply it to a real-world project that could have some real impact in your community. At the end of the program, you'll earn a certificate from the University of Virginia for completing the non-credit program. You'll earn a credential through the National Certified Public Manager Consortium and access to the American Academy of Certified Public Managers. So I'll share a little bit now about the program's structure. As I mentioned, you'll have both in-person and online modules. The two in-person modules will be in September at the very start of the program for Module 1 and in April at the very end of the program for Module 8. Modules 2 through 7 will take place online. Every module is 3 days in length, occurring on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and we will have a break for lunch in there as well. In addition to those modules, there is a capstone project that is expected to take around 80 hours throughout the course of the program. So we're really going to help you build up toward that final project that's due in April. Here you'll see an overview of the topics that are covered in each of the 8 modules. So everything from leadership fundamentals to accountability, ethics and compliance to human resources management, professional development, well-being, and so much more. One thing that's really wonderful about this program is the ability to learn live with your classmates, whether through that in-person time that you'll have in September and April, or through the online time that you'll have together in the interactive sessions and through engagement for the capstone project that you'll complete in groups with your peers. We do ask that anyone who registers for the program be available for all of the modules. And so registering for the program does indicate that you're committed to attending each and every module in its entirety, as we want to ensure that you're reaching the education hours required by the National Certified Public Manager Consortium to fully engage with the course and receive your credentials. So, what is a capstone project? This capstone project is really designed to help support peer collaboration and allow you an opportunity to work together with your peers, apply some of the communication, teamwork, and project management strategies that we learn in the program to a real world situation. It's really supporting you in moving from theory to practice as you apply your learning to real world scenarios that have an impact on organizations in Virginia. They're also designed to support your growth as a leader, as you lead your team through these projects and as you present the project at the end as well. So here is the schedule for the program. As I mentioned, there are 8 modules. So 2 of these are in person and the rest are online. We'll also have an orientation where we'll walk you through everything related to the program, share even more about the curriculum, and start getting you excited about the possibilities for the capstone project. As you're working on the capstone project, you'll be able to schedule time with your peers that works best for your schedule and for their schedule. So you'll fit that in between each module and have some components of the capstone project due throughout the year so that it's not all due at once. And you'll actually get feedback along the way from our advisory board and from some of our course instructors. I'd like to just briefly introduce here some of our Certified Public Manager Program team. I've already introduced myself. You'll also see on this slide Christina Bruner, who is one of our instructors, Carrie Walker, who's one of our program administrators, and you may interact with her as you are applying for the program, as you're getting registered for the program, and planning for that in-person stay in September and April. Charles Hargrove is the managing director of the Virginia Institute for Government, and he is one of our wonderful partners in the Weldon Cooper Center that is helping to bring this program to life. So this program is aligned with the National Certified Public Manager Consortium. It meets 100% of the education hours and capstone hours needed to receive the Certified Public Manager or CPM designation. So throughout this program, there are 156 hours of live instruction that you'll complete through those 8 modules, 80 hours of capstone project work that is spread over the full term of the program, so from September to April, and 80 hours of outside work that you may complete to prepare for those modules and to reflect on your learning in between modules. The program is aligned with the core competencies that are laid out by the National Certified Public Manager Consortium. Those are personal and organizational integrity, managing work, leading people, developing self, systemic integration, public service focus, and change leadership. A few program logistics to share with you. The program rate for the full program is $5,850. This includes all of your course materials and your tuition for both the fall and spring term. However, it does not include the in-person travel or lodging that you may need for the September and April sessions. So if you are planning to travel in from an area a little bit further outside Charlottesville, that's something you may want to plan for as well. We ask that you complete your application as soon as possible if you're interested to ensure your spot in the program. The application deadline is July 1st For that application, we'll need a resume, a transcript, and a short essay. Your transcript that you turn in for this program can be your highest level of education received. So if you have attended an undergraduate institution, we'd want to see your transcript from that institution. If you have completed a graduate credential, we'd want to see that transcript. So just the transcript for your highest level of education completed. And you can absolutely reach out to our team if you have any questions about how to locate your transcript from a previous institution. We'll ask you to complete a short essay to indicate your interest in completing this program. So we'll ask for around 250 words. So it's a fairly short essay, but that will help us capture a little bit more of your interest in the program. We are beginning to offer rolling decisions on the program. So typically you'll hear back within 2 weeks of submitting your application, but no later than July 15th. You'll have access to the course on our learning management system, Canvas, beginning in August, and we'll reach out to remind you about that orientation date as well. The tuition for the course will be due within 30 days of the course start, and that tuition will be split between the fall and the spring term. We encourage you also to check with your employer to see if you may have tuition reimbursement or education benefits that may be available to you to support your enrollment in the program. So please join us. We would love to see you in the upcoming cohort. So please do apply by July 1st if you're interested in the program. And please reach out to us with any questions that you may have. I've posted my email address up here as well, but you can also reach us at scpsinquiry@virginia.edu. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you.